let's get to it. And while on the subject, welcome to the bottom line. Your host, The Mogul. There's still people in both leagues that need to send me the money. A lot of people in KOR. Let's get that process going, please and thank you, so that we can keep this thing rolling. I have a relatively huge announcement that I will be making following the end of the Super Bowl.
Sports. It's in the game.
I didn't realize I had the volume on. Going the wrong way. My bad. Anyways, as I was saying, I will be making a huge announcement after the Super Bowl winner has been declared. Let's get into these playoffs. This time we're now in the divisional round. And it was just as exciting as I predicted it to be. Whew, gave me chills thinking about it. So, that's it. You had Sandman going against I Am Noob. And what was a defensive battle. No touchdowns the entire game. The whole 4 quarters. It was unbelievable to watch and witness. So thank you, gentlemen, for your performance, because it will not go unnoticed or forgotten. Had to fart. Y'all be alright. Y'all do it all the time at home. Don't act like that. Nobody even got 100 yards combined. Think about that for a moment. So, 25 yards rushing, 18 on the other side, 68 offensive passing yards, and 80 on the other side. 7 first downs and 5. Total yards, like I said, 132 at one point to 100. 4 turnovers by the Patriots. Oh my God, why can't this happen in real life? Because Brady sucks. Had to insert that. It didn't matter if you won or not, Cliff. I just like taking shots at Brady. I can't help it. And by the way, they will not be repeating and going back to the Super Bowl. I don't even think they're going to make the divisional championship. That is my prediction. You got it there. Ball control 15-30 to 12-30. And yet, the difference maker wasn't the quarterback, wasn't the running back, it wasn't even the wide receivers. I cannot believe I'm saying this. It was Constanzo. Cantanzaro. How you say his goddamn name? I don't know how you say it, goddamn it. But he went 4 for 4. It's first time ever into the championship history. But hey, whatever, however you got to win, big dog. Points matter, and that's at the end of the day what he did. But I don't want y'all to just take my words off of it. Let's hear from him yourself. Oh, wait a minute. Where you at? There you go.
Yo, just got done watching that Vish and Red Dread game. That was a good ass game. You know what I mean? I get to see him next in the AFC Championship game. And then beating down on my boy Mr. Sandman. You know what I mean? Defense prevailed. Offense didn't show up. Need that offense to show up against Vicious. He got that high-powered offense. You know what I mean? But we try and get us a Super Bowl. So, Vish, you got to go down, player. I like you and all, but I got to cut you down.
You know, I really would like to comment on that, but I'm not just yet. Nope. But we will go straight to Vicious in Red Game. And it was a classic. This time they were able to score touchdowns. You know, started off first quarter with Oakland doing this thing, getting 13. Denver got 7, slow out the gate. Then they kicked it up in the high gear. They got 14 points the second quarter. Third quarter, Oakland only got 3. But third quarter, then they went on ice. Oakland came back, got 6. Fourth quarter, Broncos got 3. Oakland got 7. Read it and weep. 334 passing yards to the 331 of the Broncos. He did get 61 rushes versus the 39. 12 first downs. 3 turnovers, though. And maintain ball control at 17 minutes. He was able to do what he set out to do. And he did it with Derek Carr, the actual quarterback for the Raiders. This is unbelievable. Receiving wise, Mr. Allen Robinson was lights out. And Chris Conley, who should truthfully go to the Seattle Seahawks in real life, they did their thing. They balled flat out. It was a hell of a game. It was some stuff. Some sacks came in at key elements and turned the game around. But I'd be remiss if I didn't give you an opportunity to hear from Vicious yourself.
Z, Mr. fucking Doubter, Mr. fucking pick against your ass, fucking Vicious, fuck the Raiders, fuck Derek Carr. You 2-1, motherfucker. 2-1. We came out on top. It was a struggle. Rashad Jones out there fucking playing like Bill Romanowski and shit. Fucking making me fumble, strips. I couldn't get a break, man. Luckily at the end, the defensive line came through, got that strip sack, and then clocked it out, man. Melvin Gordon. So, gotta play I Am Noob again. 13-12 with the Bears. I lost by 1 point. That was unfortunate because it was 7-3 to start that game. Then the last game, regular season, I'm up 3 points, 40 seconds left. And of course, he runs it in from the 1 yard line on 4th and goal on the 1 yard line. I dive at his feet, and he hurdles over me. Wins by, 4 points. So, 2 games, last minute. One redemption, man. 2 in a row. I know defensively I can hold him down. I'm not worried about that. Looked at the defense Sandman ran against him with the running D, so hopefully we can lock it up. We'll see. Main thing, I think, if I can get 3 touchdowns with Derek Carr, get a good 200, 250 passing yards, I think I win this game. So looking forward to it. Hopefully we don't choke this year. Let's get it.
Defensively, he can stop you. That's what he said. Now, history does not show that, as you have won the last 2 games. But put these up. I'm inclined to agree right now. Vicious and Noob neither have won a championship in my league. Woo! And so you have 2 very, very good competitors that battle, consistently make the playoffs, and then consistently lose. So I'm going to say this. And I'm going to say it with 60% confidence. Like, Zach, what the fuck is 60? Fuck you for that. I'm being honest. I can be honest. It's my show. Nobody's here. Nobody can hear me. Nobody can judge me. You don't get to see this until after I've submitted it and edited. So, fuck y'all if y'all don't like it. This is also brought to you in part by Crown Royal Peach. Try it. This is going to be a pivotal matchup. I'm going to say Vicious will come out with the W this one. Not only will he come out with the W with this one, he will go on to win the Super Bowl. That is my prediction. And I'm 60% confident in it. 60. And the reason why I'm 60% confident is because I got 2 other teams to talk about. And in that case, we have to talk about Malls, who had to go against Real Recognize Real, the Mack truck of the league. And by Mack truck, I mean the dude that just trucks you no matter what it is you do, whatever defense you get in, whatever guy you got, it does not matter. He will truck you. He will run over 100 yards. God damn it. I need to know what you're doing. You need to do a class or something. So, that said, let's break down this matchup. Malls had to throw for a total of 436 yards. 395 of that is passing. San Francisco was able to do 110 rushing, 213 passing. They went 7 for 7 in the first quarter, 14 for 14. They went eye for eye the entire way. This game was an absolute classic. I'm mad as hell I didn't get to catch but the last quarter. But the third quarter, New Orleans went up and got 7 and was able to shut out the 49ers in that third quarter, and that was the deciding factor. Fourth quarter, they both scored 7, and the game was over, and they played lights out defense in between. In terms of turnovers, the Saints had 0, and the 49ers had 2. It doesn't happen much, but when it happens, there you have it. It does lead to deciding the game. He did control the ball majority of the time, and he committed no penalties. He played great football. Classic, cutthroat football. And that's how you win games. Now, when you get down to it, here's the most impressive thing to me about the Saints is that he's doing it with Marcus Mariota. Oh, average ass, bum ass Marcus Mariota. No disrespect to CC Dan if you're ever still watching this. But man, that is fucking impressive. Like, that is like, I almost dropped my shit. But salute, man. You're definitely doing your thing. You know, Freeman, fuck you. You know, Ingram, he was not so much a factor running the ball as he was catching the ball and making maneuvers. Then you got Julio, 5 catches for 210 yards. Do that, man. That means almost every time he touched the ball, that was like 45 yards. That's incredible. So definitely a classic game, and you'll be hearing from him once again.
Let's see. Saints versus 49ers post game. I feel like we was ready to play. I knew coming in we had to stop the run. That was going to be a key emphasis on the game, being able to stop the run. I looked at previous stats, and he's not really a pass-heavy team when you can run the ball well. So I knew coming in we was going to have to buckle down on that. We didn't do a good job of that in the first drive. Went down 7-0, but we answered back. Tied the game up. I was able to get momentum with a couple stops on defense. Offense played probably the best we played all year. Didn't have any turnovers. Forced 2 turnovers. Had a strip fumble that I couldn't get on. That probably could have blew the game open, but I'm just happy that we were able to come out with a win. Offense, I can't speak enough about the offense. Julio Jones in particular, 5 catches, 210 yards. 2 touchdowns, key bombs. I mean, Julio, he won me the game, if I want to be honest. Maybe I can't tell, I'm ecstatic about the offense. I knew if the offense came ready to play, we was going to be able to win the game. I knew I was going to be able to contain the run. I wasn't really much too worried about stopping it. I was just worried about containing it on key situations. So
I'm gonna need a class.
I mean, that was a great game. That was probably one of the best games I played. I ain't panicked. Got down 21-14. Came back, only held them 7 points in the second half. 7 of those came in the fourth quarter. Ended up winning by 7. So real proud of the team. This other game going on to the championship, go to the Super Bowl. Play Eagles already this year. If I'm not mistaken, the score was 34-25. I was down 8 late in that game. Kicked the field goal to go up 11. It really didn't do too much good for me. It was like 40 seconds left. I had like 1 timeout, so I couldn't really do much. But that game gonna be all about stopping Lamar. Then watching the other game, Lamar Jackson, he's heavy on Lamar. heavy passing, don't run the ball. Had like 46 yards rushing last game. So my thing is trying to contain Lamar, keep him in the pocket. All his big plays come outside the pocket. And he used playmaker a lot. I noticed that. Especially I played him in one of the tournament games. But it's a whole different team, so I just got to be ready for the pass. Hopefully we come out with the same intensity level we had on defense against 49ers. It's looking like turnover is going to be the key for me. If I don't turn the ball over, or I win the turnover battle, I usually win. So hopefully Mariota play good. Another big game out of Julio. I don't want to just be too Julio dynamic. You know, I want to get everybody involved, but when I'm throwing deep balls, one-on-one coverage, I'm throwing it to Julio every time. So I take my chances of him coming down with the ball. But it should be a good game.
And there you have it. And see, what I want y'all to understand is every time he's filmed the video, he's been in the car. That's because he's heading somewhere. He has got a destination in mind. He is on his way. He got a full tank of gas. I don't know what you drive. I'm going to assume a Charger because, you know, that's how his brothers like to do it. But if not, if you would like an Audi, let me just take this opportunity to tell you. I will be more than happy to sell you something. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you there. But back to the subject at hand. He is destined to go to the Super Bowl. He got a game plan, and he wasn't even playing the man yet. You know what I'm saying? He got a structure. He's disciplined. I think, spoiler alert, he is going to upset Mr. Hirsch. I think he's going to do it. I think he's got all the ability and the talent. He's got the mental fortitude and the discipline to get this job done and to make it to the Super Bowl. First time ever. Because Hirsch has been to the dance. Let's not mistake it. Let's not take nothing away from Hirsch. Hirsch is a very talented dude. And as a matter of fact, let me talk about his game. You know, it went 24-14, and man, at first I thought, you know, Minnesota was going to come with that Thrax and, you know, and put him down, Tempur-Pedic. But then that man came back and he scored in the second quarter. Nobody scored the third quarter, and then he got another one off in the fourth. And so the second quarter really is what won him the game. Passing guy, 242 yards, you know. He does his thing, and he's using the shit out of Lamar. Speaking of Lamar, you know, he threw 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, and I gotta go to the rushing. 9 carries for 36 yards. What can you do? He can't throw it to himself. That's for damn sure. But I mean, the man, he finds a way to win. He gets creative. He's probably one of the most creative players that I've come to interact with. Now, when it comes to his dress apparel, well, that's something different. But here.
Oh, what up, y'all? Man, just giving y'all my little interview about the divisional round. So it was cool. It was a nice hard-fought battle between me and ATM. I had a good time. It was, he told me it was coming. He said to watch out for it. And, it came and went. So that just lets you know what it is right there, baby. He gave me a good fight, but, you know, we got him up out of here. Got my boy Lamar Jackson running the show. And that defense, you already know that defense get going.
Short and sweet. But that's how I think his division conference championship is going to go. It's going to be short and sweet. He's going to be there. He's going to get ejected. He's going to lose. I think Miles has the ability to go there. And I can't say that the Vicious or I Am Noob has played Miles before, but I think it's going to make for one hell of a main event. No question. These 4 guys is going to be a classic battle. Must see. Must be able to watch. As a matter of freaking fact, I prefer y'all play it today because I ain't got to go to work and then I can watch the game in its entirety. If you can't, we need to make sure it's at a point in time where I can watch the game from start to finish because I need to be able to see all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here is the magic. This is what makes this league great. I'm trying to build something, you know what I'm saying, that you guys can be excited and anticipate and want to be a part of for years to come. You know what I'm saying? Until they come out with the next console, and then we'll have to upgrade it accordingly. But man, this, even with this jacked up, broken ass game, even the fact that I have not been able to be in the playoffs where I rightfully belong, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? I am a legit contender when the game is not at its level of fuckery that it normally. Let me just show you. I can't just sit here and just make this type of bold claim and expect you to understand what I'm talking about. I need to be able to show you that I am a man of what I say, and I do what I can do when the game allows me to, move appropriately. Let me just show you this, and then we will end the broadcast. You ain't got shit else to do. Just hang in there for me just a moment now. Now, I'll take you to Exhibit A. So, he was able to muster just 12 yards offensively running the ball and only 145 passing. On the other hand, I was able to do 170 and 289, 16 first downs compared to his 7. That means I doubled the production that he was able to produce. Turnovers, I did have 1. Wasn't my fault. And he had 3. I forced that out of him. No penalties on my behalf. On his behalf, he did nothing but penalties, and I was able to maintain control of the ball. I should have actually had 2 more touchdowns than what the score shows, but Madden didn't want me to catch the ball. But that's not the point. The point is 43-6, I whipped his ass. I don't give a damn if it's preseason or not. I whipped his ass, and I could whip a whole lot of more ass if the game would just do what the fuck it's supposed to do. We're getting off on the tangent. I'm gonna calm the fuck now. I'm tired of looking at you. Listen. If the game can be sufficient and just fair, I don't need it to be favorable. I don't need it to lean my way. I just need it to be fair. I am a threat. I'm getting better. Now, hopefully, we don't have this issues that we've experienced here in 2020 that we're currently dealing with in the 19. But that withstanding, I don't want to take this opportunity to turn the divisional playoffs now headed into the AFC Championship and NFC Championship about myself and, this poor excuse of a goddamn game. Gentlemen, you're about to witness it here. I got to switch back, so bear with me. I don't want to fuck up and send the wrong lead. No shade. Shut the hell up to everyone said you've already done that shit before, Zach. I don't want to hear that shit. KOR. Yeah, that's the shit. And those matches are done. So let's get to the next week. Oh, we finna make some stuff happen. Now, let's take a look. Make sure we got everything where it's supposed to be. There you have it. Vicious Sticks versus I Am Noob. And Mr. Showtime versus Mr. Hirsch. Whew. This is going to be exciting. Historic. And commentary will follow. Did I say that right? I don't know if I said it right. My glass is too far for me to go get. Excuse me. Commentary to follow once they finish these games. And then we will sim and advance and go on to the Super Bowl. In other news, we're still simming every day in the MIB. Once we get to week 4, the next sim will take place Friday. Friday we'll go into week 1. I cannot stress how important it is for you guys to communicate with me about when you're getting your payments in, please, and thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that I have available for you today. Who is this? Oh, we're good. And so, if you haven't already got Anthem, I highly recommend it. It's a very fun game. I'll definitely mob with you, But that is the bottom line.